back. Wonderful to see you. How are you doing this week? Okay. Okay. Was there anything specific that you wanted to work on right now? Falling asleep. Okay, well, we can definitely work on that, and I'm sure we will have you falling into a very comfortable, deep sleep before too long, okay? Alright, good. So, let's start by setting the table for this session. So I always like to start off with a calming breathing exercise to quiet ourselves down and open up our minds and our bodies to the possibility of deep relaxation. Okay? Alright, good. So, uncross your legs. Good. Focus on me for a moment. Right here. Very good. Thank you. And let's take a breath in for 4. Pause. And exhale for 4. Go. Pause. Exhale. Good. Do it again. Breathe in for 4. Pause and exhale. Very good. And one more time, the rule of 3s. Good. And as you breathe normally, focusing on me, with each breath you will find yourself getting more and more relaxed as we go over our routine to get ready for a comfortable night's sleep. Alright. First thing we want to make sure, if possible, is that our room is a nice, cool temperature. Yeah, if possible. Okay. I personally prefer between 68 and 72 degrees. Yes. Second, we want to make sure that we have not been looking at a screen, if possible, for at least 30 minutes, ideally more like an hour before sleep. I definitely recommend reading a book before trying to fall asleep. Another very effective technique is to take a warm bath or shower before sleeping. And the reason is because when we heat up our body with a hot shower or a hot bath, what it does is it gets our body to start releasing heat from our bodies, trying to cool itself down. And so when you get out of the shower or the hot bath and you get into bed, we're actually trying to cool our body down to get to a lower temperature before we fall asleep. And it's slightly counterintuitive, but it will actually relax because your body is trying to dissipate that excess heat, and in so doing, once you are in the cool room, it will lower your core body temperature down faster and allow you more easily to fall into a deep and restful sleep. Yeah. Alright, now let's go over some other checklists that we do before going to bed. brushed our teeth. Yeah, I know. Good, good. Okay. Next, do we have a tall glass of water next to our bed for if we get thirsty in the evening tonight, and especially for the morning? Yeah, that's correct. The first thing that we want to do when we wake up is drink about 12 to 16 ounces of water. Personally, I drink about 16 ounces of water first thing when I wake up. Yeah, it's very effective. Well, the reason is because when you wake up in the morning, almost regardless, you're going to be dehydrated. Yeah, that's why if you weigh yourself first thing in the morning, that's always when you're at your lightest. Yeah, it's because throughout the night, our bodies have been sublimating moisture throughout the evening through our breath and through mild perspiration, but we're just constantly sublimating water. So when you wake up, you are basically, by default, dehydrated. Yeah. So, we want to make sure our room is at a cool, comfortable temperature. Check. We have brushed our teeth. Check. We have possibly taken a hot shower or bath. Very useful technique. Check. We are avoiding blue light from a screen or a television. Yep. Check. Although, it's funny about that. I know I have some clients who swear that they like having the TV on in the background when they fall asleep. Hey, many sleep experts say that is not a good idea, but it is also, there's no one answer for all people. There is no such thing as the one-stop cure-all for all people. Yeah. Everybody's a little different. So some people really enjoy, especially having the comfort of like an often repeated television show that they've seen many times. So they're not really paying attention to it, but it just becomes almost like a white noise. Anyway, I'm just saying that if that happens to work for you, okay, it's not my recommendation. But, yeah, speaking of noise, possibly a white noise machine, okay, and possibly ASMR, yeah, something soothing and calming that you can close your eyes to and drift off. Yeah, some kind of a playlist that is soothing and relaxing and allows you to begin the process of letting go of the day's stress. So, can you do that for me? It's time for you to let go. That's right, let go of that stress. Let go of the things you have to get done tomorrow. Right now, we get to focus on the sound of my voice, the sound of your own breath as you breathe in. Very calmly, very regularly. not forced, just relaxed, breathing in and out, just normal. As you allow yourself to slowly let go and begin drifting off into that wonderful state of unconsciousness and bliss that we call dreaming with imagination and creativity. That's right. Good. Now, if you are also feeling stress about tomorrow and the things you have to do, a wonderful technique for dealing with that is making a list. Write down the things that you want to get accomplished tomorrow. And as always, a reminder, I want us to be in the habit of using the language of choice. In other words, what do you get to do tomorrow? Not what do you have to do. You know, we've talked about this before. There is, for most instances, literally nothing that you have to do tomorrow, right? It's the strange phenomenon about things like sick days, right? You know, some days you wake up and you have a fever, right? And you have to call in sick, and all you do all day is lay in bed and feel lousy. Well, you'll notice that the world completely went on. Everything continued to be exactly as it was without you. Work continued. And even if you are self-employed, it's most likely that if you missed a day, or even 2 or 3 days, literally nothing would change. Yeah, it's an interesting experiment to think about. And that's important because, again, it's much more interesting to be the captain of your ship, where you decide what you're going to be doing, rather than being at the mercy of the ocean, where you're just being tossed around, back and forth, just bobbing with the waves with no control, right? I don't want that. I want to be the captain. You want to be the captain. And the captain decides what's going to happen. You get to do things tomorrow. You get to. Yeah. So, what do you get to do tomorrow when you wake up? Yeah, that's right. You get to have that nice, big, delicious glass of water. Yeah. You get to have a delicious hot cup of coffee or tea. Yeah. You get to wake up in a warm bed in a safe room. Yeah. You get to take a hot shower. And tomorrow, when you take that wonderful hot shower, I want you to remind yourself of the miracle that that experience is. Yeah. For thousands of years, basically all of human history up until, for all intents and purposes, yesterday, such a luxury was only for special days out of the year, or if you were a king or a queen. But you get to take a hot shower tomorrow. Revel in it. Appreciate that hot shower. Gratitude. You get to put on clean clothes. You get to, flip on a TV or your phone and use the magical internet to check the weather, check your social media, see what your friends are doing, check email, listen to the news, whatever you want to do. Listen to a podcast, listen to some more ASMR. But you get to do it. And then you get to go to work. Maybe that's at an office. Maybe you're a teacher. Maybe you're a doctor. Maybe you're a nurse. Maybe you're a librarian. Maybe you're a baker. Maybe you work in a restaurant or a cafe. But you get to go to work. Yeah. And see people you like and enjoy. You get to. You get to either drive in your car or you get to take a bus or a train. But I want you to be aware that it's always a choice. It's your choice. What do you get to do tomorrow? Who can you be an impact for tomorrow? Whose day can you make a little brighter tomorrow? Yeah. Who can you be a contribution to tomorrow? And also, who can be a contribution to you? I'm reminded of when I was a teacher, and I loved teaching. And the thing is, as much as I loved being a contribution to my students, I was also very well aware of their amazing contribution back to me in their curiosity, in their excitedness to learn, in their free spirit and their fun. But you get to both be a contribution and you get to be contributed to. But you get to do that. It is a gift. Yeah. That's awesome. And I know I have a very strong suspicion that you are a really big contribution to a lot of people. Yeah. Well, it doesn't always feel that way, but you are. Many people feel that way. And let me ask, who is going to be a contribution to you tomorrow? It could be a friend, a family member, it can be a colleague or a co-worker or a student. Who are you going to let be a contribution to you tomorrow? Okay, so we have made our list of the things we get to do tomorrow. And maybe we need to go to the grocery store, and pick up some delicious fresh food from the, again, borderline miracle that is a modern supermarket. Yeah, I have a small garden at my house, and it's amazing how difficult it is to grow a tiny, tiny amount of vegetables. You know, we have some tomatoes and cucumbers, and we tried to grow potatoes, but they didn't catch. We tried to grow lettuce. I'll tell you what, it's amazing how much room lettuce takes up. It takes a shockingly large garden to produce a small amount of food. And I'm just always blown away and walking into a grocery store, the abundance of things available to us. Yeah, it's amazing. I had a friend of mine recently. They live on a farm in Wisconsin, and we got to visit them not too long ago and collect eggs from their chickens and eat fresh bacon from one of their own pigs, and true farm to table experience being on the farm. And she was telling me that they tried to grow asparagus, but the problem is it basically takes like 3 years to grow asparagus. 3 years. And I was just like, I didn't know that. So you and I just walk into any supermarket and go, oh, asparagus, I'll take some of that, and buy it. And the reality is, it is just almost literally a miracle that we can buy such things anytime we want. Well, of course, things are better when they are in season, and we can buy locally sourced produce. Of course, it's always better. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I grew up in Ohio, and we had a garden in our backyard. But one thing that Ohio is very famous for is sweet corn. And when the sweet corn came in season in the summertime, my goodness gracious, Ohio sweet corn, fresh from the stalk, which you could basically get cheap at any local farm. There's literally farms all over the place, and you can go out to almost any of these farms, and they have a little produce mart from that particular farm. As a kid, I really took that for granted. I didn't realize how amazing that was to get these vegetables, these corn and okra and zucchini and tomatoes, squash that were just fresh from the garden. They weren't ripened in a truck. No, they were ripened in the soil, and that was I'm actually looking forward to going back and visiting my family and enjoying some of those truly fresh, the fresh produce and the fresh things. Sorry, I got distracted there. Alright. Good, yes. Good, I can tell you're very relaxed. Me too. Yeah, it's very calming to be with you. Yeah. You're just letting go of all that stress and it's gone. You're ready to have a restful night's sleep and have amazing, wonderful dreams. Sweet, sweet, delicious dreams. Wrapped up in a cozy bed in our favorite cozy blanket. Yeah, what a gift. What a if you don't write them down, but I do recommend writing them down. Even just saying what you're grateful for that morning. It can be a short little list. 5 or 6 things that you're grateful for. Yeah, simply grateful. Acknowledge that. Acknowledge them. Good. Good, alright. I think it is time that you go to sleep now. Good. That's right, you are allowed to go to sleep now. Drift off and go to sleep. We've done everything we need to do. We're gonna be completely okay. We are good to go. And tomorrow is going to be a truly wonderful day. Alright. You sleep tight. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Okay? Same time. I'll see you again next week. Okay? Alright. Take care. Sweet dreams. Drifting off into a perfect cozy sleep, so warm and cozy and relaxed, just getting ready to dream our wonderful dreams, getting ready to have a wonderful, productive, relaxing day tomorrow, and it's going to be absolutely wonderful. We're going to have our gratitude list in the morning, and we're going to get everything done that we would like to get done, that we get to get done. It's going to be just wonderful. Just absolutely